In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use Seesaw tools to create activities in Seesaw. To do this, I'm going to click the Add button and I'm going to click Assign Activity. From Assign Activity, I'm going to click Create New Activity and then I'm going to title my activity. Then I'm going to give some simple directions for my students. I'm going to put most of the directions in the activity itself, so I'm going to just tell the students to add the activity. I'm then going to click Add Template for Student Responses, and I'm going to click Drawing to access lots of great tools. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to title my activity, so I'm going to use the title as the direction for what I want them to do in this problem. I can move my box up here, and I can also lock this so that when the students access it, they can't move it. I'm going to add another title. In this case, I'm going to move this one over here and call it Model 1. And I'm also going to duplicate this for Model 2 before I lock these boxes. If I want to change the colors, I can simply go over here to change the colors of each of these objects. I also want to lock these, so again, my students cannot move those when they get to the activity. I'm then going to go down here to these three dots to access shapes that are already available to me. I want to be able to use the base 10 blocks, so I'm going to click how many times I want to have these base 10 blocks. I'm then going to go over here and click how many of the simple base 1 blocks, and I'm going to get several of those. When I click off of this now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move these objects over and I'm going to stack them. So I'm also going to go back to my shapes and I'm going to pick some shapes that I'm going to use to create a model for my kids to do their addition. So I'm going to choose this shape. I'm also going to go back and I'm going to get the plus sign and I'm going to get the equal sign. I also need another one of these, so I'm going to click duplicate. What I can do then is I can move my objects around to create a nice model for my kids for them to write. Now what I can do is I can duplicate this for my students to work on another problem. If I go here, what I can do is I can unlock and I can now change the problem to model something else. I can also go back here and I can choose the record option and I can click record and I can actually solve this entire problem with all of the tools so that this first page becomes a model while these two pages become work pages. So to do that, I click the microphone. I'm going to see that it's going to allow me to record. And now it will record my voice as well as my movement of the objects. So I'm going to instruct my kids that I'm going to be moving over 25 to base 10 and 5 base 1s to model 25. I'm going to go ahead and then use all the other tools to model how I'm doing this problem. I'll click Done. Once my recording is complete, I'm going to go over here to the green check mark button and I'm going to click that. I'm then going to click Save. My activity will now be saved and I can assign it to a class.